Hello everyone, welcome back to Olympic First Stitches Jewelry and Craft. How are you all doing? As for me, I am doing just fine. Okay, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make these beautiful beaded love shape earrings. Okay, if you want to know how I made these earrings, just keep on watching. And if you're yet to subscribe, why not hit the subscribe button? Join the DIY family, okay? So let's jump right into the video. Okay, these are the materials I'm going to be needing to make this earring. As you can see, I have two different colors of size 2 sand beads. Okay, and then I'm going to be needing this earring hook as well. Then I will be needing this ring. I have two rings here. Okay, all right. I'll also be needing my beading needle. Then my fishing line. This is 0.25. Okay, so let's jump into the video. I'm going to start by taking about 40 to 45 inches line. Then I'll start by making a stopper. I hope you guys know the purpose of this stopper. It's just to make your beads not to fall off when you start picking them, okay? So I'm just going to pass through my stopper. After pulling it down, I'm going to pass my needle through my stopper. Then I'm going to pull down. Then I'll go back and pass through the bead again. Okay, just to make it stiff there. All right. So when that is done, I'm going to be picking 3 yellow beads, 2 green beads, 3 yellow beads, 2 green beads, and then 3 yellow beads, making total of 13 beads. Okay, 13 beads. Then I'm going to pull down just like that. Okay, then I'm going to pick 1 yellow bead. Then I'm going to be passing my needle through the first bead from under. Just pass through the first bead from beneath. Then I'm going to pull down. Okay, and then I'm going to pass my needle through the bead I just picked. I'll pass from up. Okay, just like that. Then I'll go ahead and pick another 1 yellow bead. Then I'm going to be passing through the next. I'm going to be passing through the next bead. Okay, just like that. I'm going to pass through the next bead. I'll pull down. Okay, and then go back and pass my needle from up. I'll pass through the bead, the same bead I just picked now. All right, just like that. Then I'll go back and pick another green bead. And I'm going to be passing through the next bead from under. Okay, then I'm going to pull down and then pass my needle from up again. I'll pass through the same bead I just picked now. All right, then I'm going to pull down. Okay, then I'll go ahead to pick another green bead. All right, then I'm going to be passing through the next bead again. I'm just passing through all those beads one after the other. Okay, so when I pass through the next bead, I'll go back and pass through the same bead I just picked from up. Okay, and then I'm going to pull down just like that. Okay, I'll go back and pick another green bead. Then I'm going to pass through the next bead from under. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to pull down, and then I'll pass my needle again from up. I'll pass through the same bead again, the same bead I just picked. I'll pass through it again from up. All right, just follow up what I'm doing. It's not difficult. Okay, so I'm just going ahead to pick another green bead. Okay, then I'm going to be passing through the next bead from under. Okay, then I'm going to pull down. I'll go ahead and pass my needle again through the same bead I just picked. I'll pass through it from up. Okay, I'll pull down, then I'll go back and pick one yellow bead. Alright, I'll pass through the next bead just like that. I'll pull down, okay, then go ahead and pass my needle through the same bead again. From up, you pass through the same bead again, and then pull all the way down. Okay, then I'm going to be picking another green bead. I picked another green bead. I'm going to pass through the next one. From under, I'll pass through the next one. I'll pull down. Then from up again, I'll pass through the same bead I just picked from top. Okay, then I'm going to pull very tight. Make sure you're stretching your line. All right, I'll go back and pick another green bead. I'll pass my needle through the next bead just like that. I'm going to pull down, then go back and pass through the same bead from up, and then I'll pull down again. Okay, when that is done, I'll still go ahead and pick another green bead. I'll pass my needle through the next bead. I'll pass through the next bead, pull down, okay, and then pass through the same bead again from up. All right, I'll pick another green bead again. I'll pass through the next bead. I'll pull down just like that, and then I'm going to be passing my needle through the same bead I just picked. I'll pass through it from up. Okay, all right, this is what I'm having. So I'm just going ahead to pick another yellow bead. I'll pass through the next bead. From under, I'll pass through the next bead. I'll pull down just like that, and then I'll go back again and pass my needle through the same bead from up. Okay, I'll pick another yellow bead. I'll pass through the last one. This is the last one. Okay, I'm going to pull down and then pass my needle again through the same bead I just picked. I'll pass through it from up. Okay, then you're going to ignore the stopper, it's not included. We're going to get rid of it later. All right, so now I'm done adding another layer. As you can see, I have 2 layers here just like that. Here I add in the second layer, I added 2 yellow beads, 4 green beads, 1 yellow bead, 4 green beads, 2 yellow beads. Then on the third layer now, we're going to add another layer. This time around, we're going to be adding 2 yellow beads, 9 green beads, and then 2 yellow beads. Okay, so right now I picked 1 yellow bead. I'm going to pass through the first bead. I'm going to pull down and then pass my needle again from up through the same bead I just picked just like that. Then I picked another yellow bead. I'm going to be passing through the next one from under. Okay, I'm going to pull down and then pass through the same bead I just picked. Okay, so now I'm going to pick 1 green bead. I'll pass through the next bead and then pull down and pass through the same bead from up again. Okay, remember I said we are going to be adding 2 yellow beads, 9 green beads, 2 yellow beads on this third layer just like that. Okay, so right now I've added the green beads, so I'm adding the yellow beads now. I picked 1 yellow bead, I passed through the next one. Okay, I pull down, then I pass my needle again through the same yellow bead So right now we have concluded the third layer. Okay, so we're going to add the fourth layer right now. We're going to add the same thing on the fourth layer. We're going to add 2 beads, 9 green beads, 2 yellow beads, 9 green beads, and then 2 yellow beads. Okay, that is what we're going to be adding on this fourth layer. So I'm going ahead, I picked 1 bead, I passed through the next bead, then I'm going ahead to pass through the same bead I just picked from up. Alright, then I went ahead again, I picked 1 yellow bead again, I passed through the next bead just like that, and then I'm going to pull down. I'll pass my needle again through the same bead I just picked. Okay, remember I said 2 yellow beads, 9 green beads, 2 yellow beads on this layer. So just continue like that. As you can see, I'm done. I'm almost done with the fourth layer. Okay, so and now I'm on the last one. I picked 1 yellow bead, I pulled down, then I'm passing my needle through the same bead I just picked, and then I'm going to pull down. As you can see, we are done with the fourth layer. Alright, so we're moving to the fifth layer again. So right now I'm going to be passing my needle. I'm going to just watch carefully what I'm doing. I'm going to pass my needle through the 2 beads inside, those 2 beads there. When I pass my needle through those 2 beads, then I'm going back to pass my needle again through that 1 bead there, not the first one, the one before the first one. Okay, I'll pass it out just like that. I'll pass through that bead, and I'm going to turn it to the other side to start adding my fifth layer. My fifth layer is going to start from the second bead, not from the first one. Alright, it's going to start from the second bead. Then on this fifth layer, we're going to be adding 2 yellow beads, 7 green beads, and then 2 yellow beads. Alright, so I went ahead, I picked 1 yellow bead, I passed through that second bead. I remember I said we're starting from the second one. I passed through the second bead, I pulled down, and I went ahead to pass through the same yellow bead again, just the way we've been doing. Then I picked another yellow bead again, I passed through the next one, I pulled down, then passed my needle through the same bead, again. Okay, just like that. Then I picked another green bead, I passed through the next one, I pulled down, then passed my needle again through the same green bead. Then I pulled down. Okay, so I'm still on the fifth layer. Just follow up what I'm doing. Alright, so I picked yellow bead now, and I'm passing through the last one. Then I'm going to pull down and then pass my needle again through the same bead I just picked. So right now we've concluded with the fifth layer. Remember I said on the fifth layer we added 2 yellow, 7 green, and 2 yellow, just like that. So it's time for us to create the sixth layer. I'm going ahead to pass my needle again through the 2 beads inside. The 2 beads inside, not start from the first one, the 2 beads before the first one. Okay, and after that I'm going to pass my needle again through the second bead again, the bead before the first one. Alright, we are doing this because our sixth layer is going to start from the second bead. Okay, so when that is done, we're going to turn it the other side, and then we are going to be on this sixth layer we are going to be adding 2 yellow, 5 green, and 2 yellow. Okay, our sixth layer is starting from the second bead, not from the first bead, and that second bead is where our fishing line is coming out from. So from there I'm going to be picking 2 yellow, 5 green and 2 yellow. Just continue with these steps, okay? There's nothing new, it's just the same thing we've been doing previously, okay? On this 6th layer, you're adding just 2 yellow beads, 5 green beads and then 2 yellow beads. All right, so now we are done adding the first 2 yellow beads, okay? Then I'm going to be adding the green beads now. Just add 5 green beads, okay, and then 2 yellow extra. So I went ahead, I picked 1 green bead, I passed through the next bead, I pulled down just like that, and then I'm going to be passing my needle through the same bead I just picked, okay? Right now I'm done adding the green beads, so I'm just going to add the 2 yellow beads. All right, I picked 1 yellow bead, I am passing through the next bead. I'm going to pull down and then pass my needle from up. I'll pass through the same bead I just picked, okay? Then I'll go back again, I'll pick another yellow bead, I'll pass through the next bead. This is the last one now. Then I'm going to pull down and pass my needle through the same bead from up again. So now we are done with this layer. We are done with the 6th layer. It's time for us to create the 7th layer, okay? On the 7th layer, we're going to be adding 2 yellow, 3 green and 2 yellow. So I'm passing my needle again from the 2 beads inside. I'm passing through the 2 beads inside. Then I'm going to pull down, okay? And then I'm going to pass my needle again through the second bead, that second bead there, and then I'm going to pull down and then turn it to the other side. Here we're going to be starting our 7th layer now, okay? We're going to start our 7th layer through from the second bead. On this 7th layer, we are adding 2 yellow, 3 green and 2 yellow beads. All right, so just follow up what I'm doing, okay? So this is the second yellow bead I am adding. So I'm just going ahead to pass my needle through the same bead I just picked, and I'll pull down. Then I'll go ahead and pick 1 green bead, I'll pass through the next one, I'll pull down, and then I'm going to pass my needle through the same bead I just picked. I picked another green bead, I passed through the next one, then I passed my needle again through the same bead I just picked. Then I picked another green bead, I am passing through the next one, I'll pull down, then go ahead and pass my needle through the same bead I just picked. From up, you pass through the same bead, okay? Then I'm going to pick another yellow bead, I'll pass through the next one, I'll pull down, then pass my needle from up, I'll pass through the same bead I just picked. I'll pick another yellow bead, which is the last one, I'll pass through the next one from under, then from up I'll pass through the same bead I just picked. Now we are done adding the 7th layer, okay? We're going to be adding the 8th layer now. So I'll be passing my needle through the 2 beads inside, just like we've done before. I'll pass through the needle inside, I'll pass through the 2 beads inside, okay? Then I'll bring it out from the other bead and then turn it out like this. Then on this 8th layer, we're adding 2 yellow, 1 green and 2 yellow, okay? picked one yellow, I pulled down, I passed my needle through the same yellow I picked from up. Okay, I'm going to pick another one yellow, I'll pass through the next one and then pull down and pass my needle from up. I'll pass through the same bead I just picked. And then I'm going to pick one green. I'll pick one green, I'll pass through the next one, just like that. I'll pull down and then go ahead and pass my needle from up. I'll pass my needle through the same bead I just picked. Then I'm going to pick another yellow bead. I'll pass through the next one, I'll pull down and then go ahead and pass my needle through the same bead I just picked. Okay, then I'll pick another yellow bead, which is the last one. I'll pass through the next one, just like that, and then pull down and pass my needle through the same bead I just picked. Now we are done with the 8th layer. Okay, then I'm going to be passing my needle through the 2 beads inside. Okay, and then pull down, I'll pass through the next bead outside, the bead before the first one. Then I'm going to turn it out like that. On this 9th layer, on the 9th layer, you are adding just 3 yellow beads. Okay, only 3 yellow beads. So I'm going to be passing my needle through the second bead. Okay, I'll pull down, pass my needle again through the same bead I just picked. I picked another yellow bead, I passed through the next one and then pass my needle again through the same bead, just like that. All right, and then I picked another yellow bead, which is the last one. I'll pass through the next bead, I'll pull down. Okay, and then I'm going to be passing my needle through the same bead again. Now we are done with this layer, so it's remaining the last one now. So we are going to pass through the next 2 beads inside, just like we've done previously, then pass again through the bead in the middle. Okay, that yellow bead in the middle there. Then we'll turn it over to the other side. All right, here we are going to be adding only 1 yellow bead, just 1 yellow bead. So I went ahead, I picked 1 yellow bead, I passed through the next bead there, that bead in the middle. Then I'm going to be passing my needle through the same yellow bead I just picked. All right, so we are done with adding the layers. So right now, from where your fishing line is coming out from, you're going to pass through all these beads. Pass through all these beads carefully, making sure your line is coming out through that bead there, through the second bead. So I've done that and my line is coming out like this. Just watch carefully where my fishing line is coming out from. Okay, then from there I'm going to be adding 5 beads again, just like the way we've been adding before. Follow the same steps. All right, add 5 beads. Remember, we're not starting from the first bead, we are starting from the second bead on that layer. So from there you're going to add 5 beads. As you can see, I've added 2 already. So I'm going ahead to pick another bead. I'll pass through the next one, just like that, and then I'm going to pass my needle through the same bead again. I'll pick another bead, I'll pass through the next one, I'll pull down and then pass my needle again through the same bead. Okay, then I'll pick another yellow bead, I'll pass through the next one, I'll pull down and then pass my needle from up. I'll pass my needle through the same bead I just picked. Okay, so now I'm going to be passing my needle from the 2 beads inside. I'll pass through the 2 beads inside. Just watch carefully what I'm doing, and then bring it out from the second bead. From the second bead, not from the first one. Okay, then I'm going to pull down, and I'm going to turn it over to the other side. Okay, then here I'm going to be adding 3 beads, 3 yellow beads. So I picked 1 yellow, I passed my needle through that second bead, and I pulled down and passed my needle through the same bead I just picked. I picked another 1 yellow, I passed through the next one. Okay, and then I'm going to pull down and then pass through the same bead. Okay, then I pick another yellow bead. I'll pull down and then pass through the same bead I just picked. As you can see, this is what I'm having. So I'm going to be passing my fishing line through all these beads. Okay, I'm going to pass through all these beads, making sure my fishing line is coming out from the second bead on that layer. Okay, that second bead there. Okay, right? So I'm going ahead to pass my fishing line through the beads. I'm just passing carefully. All right, right now my fishing line is coming out through that second bead. So from there I'm going to be adding 5 yellow beads. Okay, go ahead and add 5 yellow beads there, just like we did on the other side. Okay, right now we are done adding the 5 yellow beads. Okay, so I'm going to be passing my needle through the 2 beads inside, and then I'm going to pull down and pass through the bead outside. Okay, through 1 bead, through the, not the first one, the second one. Okay, I'll pass through the second bead, then I'm going to turn it over like this, and then add 3 more yellow beads. All right, so I'm going ahead, I picked 1 yellow bead, I passed through the next bead, I pulled down, passed my needle again through the same yellow bead I picked another 1 yellow bead, I passed through the next one, then I'll pass my needle again through the same bead I just picked. Then I'm going to pick the last yellow bead. All right, I'm going to pass through the next one, and pass through the next one, and then pass my needle again through the same bead. So right now we are done making this. All right, just go ahead and tie your line somewhere, just tie it somewhere neatly. Okay, and then also remove the stopper and tie the line somewhere. Also just tie it neatly somewhere and then cut out the rough edge. Okay, so I'm just trying to tie my line carefully. Make sure you tie 2 times or 3 times. All right, so when you're done tying it, just cut out the rough edge. As you can see, this is what I am having. I told you it is very easy. So this is just it. So now I'm just going to be adding my hook right now. So I'm grabbing that ring I showed you earlier. So I'm going to use my plier. I'll open it up like that. Okay, I'm going to open it up and then I'm going to be putting it in there. Okay, just put it in there. Then I'm going to be grabbing my earring hook. I'll add it there as well and then close it back. I believe you should know how to do this part. It's very easy to do. So I'm just going ahead to close it back. Then I'll grab the other. I've already opened it up, the other ring. Then I'm going to put it inside. I'll pass it through that bead there. Then grab the other one and then pass it through the same bead, just like that, and then I'll close it up. Okay, so that is that about the earring. Okay, it is very easy. So thank you for watching this video. If you know you found this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe. See you in my next video. Bye.